Well, hello, how is everyone? Right, I'm not in the house and I'm not in the bunch today. I'm actually over at the caravan because the good people at Allpowers have sent me, I've been using it for about a week now, and you'll probably see it on the thumbnail. It's the S2000 power bank and the SP033 200 watt solar panel kit. Now, we'll link the item in the description and everything down below so you can go and have a look at it if you think it's something that'll interest you. Obviously, this isn't for wild camping, but if you're car camping or you've got a caravan or you've got a motorhome and you want to go off grid, this is absolutely ideal. Now, I'm over at the storage area this morning and the caravan does need a little bit of a hoover and a clean. Now, we have no power over at the storage unit, so we're not normally able to do that. We have to actually physically take the caravan back to the house to give it a hoover and a clean. But with this power bank, I'm going to be able to do all of that here at the storage yard. So we'll have a quick, we'll have a look at it, and I'll tell you what, not quick, we'll have a look at it. Don't forget for quick with me. We'll have a look at it, and I'll tell you all about it and what functions it's got. Right, so this is the S2000, which is a 2000 watt power station, and it's basically you've got 4 AC sockets along the top which you can plug things into, like a hoover, a toaster, a microwave, a low wattage kettle, because I actually plugged the kettle in over here. Now the things with the kettles and everything, unless it's a really low watt kettle, it will draw a lot of power from the bank. So if you're going off grid, use your gas and save your electric for things like the TV and that, which I'll show you shortly. So it also comes with a DC cigarette output. I've never actually opened this one, so you see me struggling. That should just click out, shouldn't it? Unless I'm doing it from the wrong side. There you go. So you can plug this in into your 12 volt adapter in your car as well, and actually charge it from that as well as using it as an output for any 12 volt equipment that you might have. Now the thing with using it at a caravan or a motorhome is that it will save your leisure battery, so you won't be draining your leisure battery on other things. And obviously with this coming with a solar panel and a 200 watt one at that, it takes no time at all to recharge this really. So also it comes with a type C fast charging cables for your phones, as well as 4 normal USB functions. And this, it's as simple as this to plug in your XT60 lead for the solar panels, but I'll show you that when I put the when I pop the solar panels on. And around the back of the unit, so you've got your air vents there for the fan to keep it all cool, is your AC, your AC home plug. So very similar to a kettle plug, just goes in the back, plug it in at home and you can charge it. So like I said, I've had this about a week now and I've been trying all different things in the home to see what it will use and what it can't use. It does work the air fryer, doesn't work the house kettle. It trips on that because the house kettle is 3000 watt. But to switch it on, you just press and hold your power button there, and then your display will come up and it'll show you exactly what percentage of battery you've got left, 95%. We're currently not using any power at all, and we've got 999.59 minutes. So we've got 999 hours and 59 minutes power left at the moment. Right, so I'll plug a few things in and I'll show you what it does. And you can see that okay at the moment. So I've brought a USB cable that would be obviously a fast charge cable for my phone. So if I plug that into, plug that into the USB-C cable there. I'm going to plug my phone in and see what power we will draw from just using the phone. So there it comes up. I don't know if you're going to be able to read on the the phone, but it's telling me 33 minutes until fully charged, and that's from 74%. But I think this might be I've got a cable that's dodgy and you have to turn it one way or the other to get the fast charge to work on it. There you go, super fast charging. It's on 74%. So as you can see, the phone basically isn't really making a dint on this at all. We've still got 999 hours and 59 minutes left of power, and we're on 95%. So that doesn't even make a dint in it. But let's try a few other items. Right, so what I've done now, I've now plugged in, oh, excuse me. So I've now plugged in our TV, which is only a small, I think it's 22 inch or something like that, caravan TV. So for your AC sockets, you just need to press and hold in your AC button. You'll hear the fan kick in to start with. That's just the cooling fan, which is now gone off. And I'll switch the TV on. I might have to hotspot this. I'll just show you something. So there's the TV. It's powering on now. Excuse the light reflecting from the windows behind. So the only thing about this telly that we bought for the caravan, it's a smart TV, but it takes a while to boot up. But you can see it's negligible there. That's at the moment drawing 13 watts of power. And we've still got the time remaining on that. I'm not sure how clear you'll see it, but we've got 30 hours and 47 minutes left. Now we only really use the TV for a couple of hours of an evening. So, and it's mainly long weekends. So with that, obviously 2 hours a night, you can do the maths yourself. Give you 15 days. Now the telly's just come on the channel, and it's now drawing 17 watts. And we've got 27 hours and 7 minutes left and 95% of the battery. So there's the telly on. Yeah, so that works all fine. I'm going to switch it off. Power off. Okay. Because I don't want to get copyrighted, even though they're just talking and it wasn't the program. So it handles the telly. Absolutely no problem. And can you have multiple things plugged in at once? Well, of course you can, as long as you don't go over your 2000 watt draw. So if I plug in the fan now, so we've got a fan here. I'll put that up onto its maximum speed. You know what, I think I might leave that on. Oh, that's nice. It's a bit warm in this caravan. So this is ideal, obviously, when we go with Ollie. If we were purely relying on the 12 volt system, we couldn't use this bigger fan. I'm not sure whether you can buy 12 volt fans, I'm sure you can, or battery ones. But this is brilliant. See, now this, we've still got 21 hours and 4 minutes left. That's with the TV plugged in and the fan. And the fan on full power is drawing 29 watts, as you can see there. So let's turn it down and see if that will have an effect. I'm not sure whether it will or not. I would imagine it does. Yeah, so on a low speed, obviously we're drawing less power. But 23 hours and 12 minutes if we would have that fan on that setting all day long. But the beauty of it is, don't forget that if you're on site, you just plug the solar panel into this and recharge it up again. So you've got no problems of losing power. Obviously, you're going to need it to be a nice sunny day, you know, or at least some sunshine, so you can get some power back into it. But let me get out of the car what I brought along in the car and see how we get on with that. Right, so there's our house hoover, the Dyson. So I shall plug this in and do a little quick hoover of the van. So I'll switch that on, just give that a quick one press to bring up the display. Obviously we're not using any power just yet, but I'll stick the old hoover on. Excuse the mental camera angles a moment. There you go. Hoover's on. Now I will say we've got a covering over these carpets in here. But certainly, certainly a lot better, isn't it? So I don't have to worry about the house being at the house. I'm just doing this quickly. Not to the wife's standards. Just showing you that it can be done. And the Hoover, if you can see there, is drawn 673 watts. Which if we kept using it, we'd be using it for 1 hour 36 minutes before the battery, before the power bank, the power station actually went. Hang on. Yeah. So you had an hour and a half of using the Hoover. There's no way I'm using the Hoover for an hour and a half. Nah, Paula, if you're watching, you know I love me hoovering. So I'm just going to continue and give the van a quick clean out, and I'll be back in a second. So I finished the hoovering to my standards, not to Joe's, and that's what we're on now. We're on 91% now. So we've only used 4%. We've had the TV on, we've had the fan on, and we've been hoovering the caravan out. And it's gone back up now to, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but it's gone back up to 43 hours, 39 minutes remaining. So fantastic. And I think, and I'm going to try it, you can actually just plug the caravan into this via your normal hookup lead. And then if you have one of these plug-ins, now I don't know whether it'll actually charge the caravan battery while it's plugged in. I'm not sure. That time's out as well, by the way. You might just caught that there. But if you want the display back on just to see what you've got, you just press the button there and it brings the display up. So to switch the AC off, just the same thing, press and hold that and off it goes. If you were going to use a DC, which is your sockets here, again you press and hold. Now that's brought the Bluetooth on there. So this has got an app, this. So if this is in your sight, you can bring it up on your phone and it'll tell you what percentage is left and everything. And you can also monitor it whilst charging up with the solar panels to see how much is going in and everything. I'll show you that once I show you the solar panel and everything. So what do you get with the actual power station itself? It comes in a lovely box inside of a box, and it is very, very well packaged. So there'll be no chance of it getting damaged. I mean, real thick foam like this all around the power unit. So you'll get your warranty pack there with a QR code on it and everything. And there's a booklet inside which tells you all about it. There's a QR code there to join the club for it and everything. And this is your manual. Obviously comes in same as most manuals, different languages, but it tells you everything about it, tips to use it. And also these are your QR codes if you've got Android or mobile phone, just to download the app, which we'll come to shortly. So you get that all in a lovely, well presented little box to keep them nice and safe. Obviously you can scan that to register your, activate your warranty. You then get a lovely robust bag here, and inside this you get your two leads. You've got your 12 volt charging cable. As I said, simply just plugs into your car cigarette lighter, or any, if you've got a 12 volt one at the back of the car. And your mains, there's your mains cable to plug in, and it's just like a kettle fitting to charge it off mains power. Now it does say it takes about 4 to 5 to 6 hours to charge. When mine came, it actually had about 80% charge on, because I believe they have to, because it's lithium ion batteries that it uses. And to get it from 80%, it might have been 70% actually, up to 100% off the mains, took about an hour and a half. And yesterday I actually charged it off a solar panel in the back garden from 80% up to 100%. It was a beautiful open blue sky day yesterday, mind though, and it managed to charge it in an hour and a half from 80% right back up to 100%. Now you also get this bag for it. Now I'm not sure, and I don't think it is waterproof. It might be slightly water resistant, but that's it. But you've got this bag as well, just to keep it dust free and everything, that you can pop onto it and cover it up. Obviously you've got your logo there. So next thing is to show you the solar panel. So unfortunately the sun, Sod's Law, has gone in, as you can probably tell. So it's just overcast, which isn't ideal. Really you want a nice nice open sky, but I don't know if you can see behind us, it's pretty dull and overcast. But I'll still show you the panel. Obviously you've got to understand that its efficiency isn't going to work as it would do in a normal sunlight, when you've got the sun actually coming down and on it. I can tell you now that when I did it in the garden yesterday, we had a lovely clear day. I maybe should have filmed that, to be honest, but it was drawing in at 170 watts of power. Now that's acceptable for the 200 watt panel, because apparently you do lose some wattage anyway through cables and things like that. But I'll show you the panel and how it comes. So here's your solar panel. It's folded up at the moment, and it comes with these Velcro legs that once it's all unfolded and out, obviously you stand against it. It's got a pocket on the back here, and inside that is a multitude of cables. That's your solar panel cable that will plug into the box, but you also come with a load of other accessories. So I'm just going to pop these on the car bonnet and I'll show you. And to be honest, I'm sure what they're all for, but there's connectors there with a different jack plug on the end. You've got a multitude of different connectors there to use. You've even got jack plugs for charging a car battery or whatever, and then another one there. And I still, like I say, I'm not really sure what they are, but they're obviously coming useful for something. So I'll get the panel opened up and I'll show you what it's like when it's opened out. So that's the panel unfolded. It just, obviously when it refolds back up, it just clicks together with those clicks to keep it in its suitcase form. And round the back, there's those Velcro legs, just keeping it stood out. So I'll get the power station and I'll plug it in. I don't think it's going to draw any power at all today, as you can see. That's where the sun's supposed to be. But nevertheless, we'll give it a go. And it's so easy to move around as well, this. It is a bit tricky getting the legs out on your own, but with two people, I mean, it's not a major problem, and it's not thinking, I'm just nitpicking there. It is easy with two people to do that. So I'll get but it only took me minutes. It's just a little bit awkward on your own, that's all. So I'll get the power station, I'll plug it in, and I can show you the app at the same time to show you what it'll tell you on the app. Also, just as a point of note, that's it. There is some weight in that, but I do it with one hand there, like, so I'll show you how we plug it in down here. I'm hoping you can see this. So basically that's just inside the little bag that I showed you with all the cables in. Right, now your solar panel will come with this as well, which is just a male-female connector that just click together. On this it's got one rounded end, and you'll see the same corresponding on the power station. So we just plug that in. So that's telling you at the moment that's drawn 37 watts in, and you can see there, hopefully, let me try and change the angle, 38. You can see that's charging, but what I'll do, we'll nip inside the caravan and I'll show you on the app. It's probably easier to try to look at that. So obviously I've already downloaded the Allpowers app. It'll just show on your screen, so just give that a click. I can't remember if I've turned the Bluetooth on or not, and it'll come up with Bluetooth device. See the signal, my phone signal isn't too good here either. Let's have a look. Right, and then it'll come up with step 1, step 2. This is one thing about the app, like every time you go to connect you have to go through this. I wish it would just remember. So it's now scanning. There you go, it's found the power station there, S2000. It's now saying it's connecting, hopefully it does. I don't know whether you can see that screen there, but it's connected now, and you can monitor. You can switch off with these slide and toggle buttons. You can switch on and off the sockets, so you can switch on your DC or your AC. I'm going to try and get that so you can maybe see it. But there you go, so it's 91%, and at the moment it's inputting 34 watts of power, which will still charge it even on an overcast day, but obviously it's going to take a lot longer. Like I said yesterday, it did from 80% up to 100% fully charging an hour and a half, but that was drawn in between, because every time a cloud passed, but it was drawn in between 150 and 177 and 172 watts. So obviously, depending on how much sunshine, it depends how quick you're going to be able to recharge it. Yeah, but it's handy with the app, that, so you can just monitor it. So I'm going to put a little bit of charge, hopefully put a little bit more charge in that, and then I'm going to actually try and plug it directly into the caravan using the caravan's hookup lead, just to see if the sockets and everything, or if it will charge the caravan battery like that. So we'll see. Yeah, but it's ideal, isn't it? If you're going off grid, you want a few little luxuries, because it will work a microwave. You want to take a microwave with you, or your car camping and you're just camping normally with your family. It'll run cool boxes. So you got your cool boxes, you keep all your stuff free in them. It'll, like I say, it'll charge your phones, all your devices, your laptops, everything like that. It does no problem at all. I tried the wife's hairdryer and it's not that I need it. But I tried the wife's hairdresser. I've been going around the house going, will this work? Will this work? And yeah, it worked. Her hairdryer, no problem. Obviously remember to look at the ratings on the appliance. Don't forget this is a 2000 watt. It will surge slightly higher than that, but it's got a cut off, so anything that's going to be a lot higher than that, it'll just cut itself off, which is a safety feature in it. So it's not going to try and do it and blow the thing up, you know, so that's a good thing. Yeah, so basically, anything like that. Did I mention, I can't remember now, if you use the air fryer or not. I'm going to have to plug this in or even finish it off on the phone, because this battery's dying now in my camera. So, right, I might even just stick this on charge for a bit in the thing. See what I mean? I can now put this camera on charge in there and just get a little bit more juice in it to finish this filming off. But yeah, so if you've got kids and that and they want to go and you want to go off grid, but they still want the telly or they want the tablets and everything, it's ideal. Just get them all plugged in. Brilliant. Yeah, it'll make a huge difference to us now. And obviously with us being able to go off grid, we don't have to pay for the site's electricity, because a lot are metered electric now. So even if they've got no electric, the site's normally sort of between £15 a night, £10–15 a night. We can go to them sites now and we can still have the comfort of watching the TV and everything of an evening. Obviously the fridge and everything in the caravan, that all, and the heating, that's all taken care of. That just works on gas anyway. But yeah, so, and it'll save the leisure battery in the caravan as well for using the motor mover or whatever. And with the portable panels, obviously you can just move them around wherever's the best position is for the sun and catch the sun all day long while you're recharging it up. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right, I'll be back in a bit. Just to show you, obviously I'm filming this on my phone now. So I've just plugged the DJI Osmo 3 action camera in to charge. And surprisingly, that's drawn 16 16 watts of power, but we've still got left remaining. If I had my glasses on, I'd be able to see that. Is it 54 hours or something? 50, 69? Let's have a look. Yeah, so we've got 64 hours, 50 minutes left. Just charging that. So yeah, so obviously if you've got other things like a drone or anything you want to take with you and you're worrying about the batteries failing, there you go. And another thing, if you are on a campsite that is off grid but maybe has a shower, or some campsites have battery charging facilities now if they're off grid, so you can charge your leisure batteries. But there'd be absolutely no problem taking this in with the mains and sticking it in and plugging it up still, Mrs. sticking it in and charging it while you're doing other things out and about, or sunbathing, visiting the sites and that. Right, I'll be back in a little bit. Well, I'll be back in a fraction of a sec. What I've actually done is I've plugged the electric hookup cable, and I'll show you that I've actually done it. Well, you wouldn't know anyway, but it's just my short cable, so I've plugged that into the caravan round here, into its hookup cable, and I'm going to see if it will power the sockets and everything in the caravan if I plug the adapter into the power bank, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to move that power bank off the chair, put it back up here. Well, I've left the fan out because I'm going to plug the fan into this socket and see if it works. Right, I'll bring his back when I'm on my experiment. So that is now, literally within 10 minutes, if that, has charged my action camera up to 54%. And we're back up now to having, even on 91%, if obviously this is not using it all, 545 hours and 53 minutes. So what I'm going to switch the DC off. So that's off, but the Bluetooth symbol is still there, so we've still got Bluetooth. I'm going to switch the 240 volt sockets on. So you leave that spin up. I haven't got the mic in, by the way, if you can hear the sound difference. So that's it, it stopped spinning now. It just, when you first switch over to the 240 volt, it'll spin up. So I'm going to get my lead here. I'll plug that in just down that end, just for ease of use. Right, I'll get the other end. And don't forget, this is the one that's attached to the caravan, so let's see what happens. I'm just going to put you, I know you're wonky. Let's have a look. So I'm going to plug this. Oh, you fell off there. You fell off the thing, hang on. I'll move the fan back. You're all wonky tonky, honky tonky. So now I'm going to plug this into this. This is probably a bit extreme like, but so now off this power bank I should have the caravan running off this. Now I'm not going to be able to heat water or anything like that off it, that'd be way too much. I'll flick that. We always turn the main switch off, the main master, to stop while the caravan's here, stop it draining the battery, because there's things you don't even realise, like if you've left the front of the cover on of a radio, even if it's switched off. Right, let's see if this will work the socket. So we'll give it a plug in. Moment of truth there. Right, I'll put it on low to start with. Hey, there you go, it's working off the caravan socket. That's charging it, it's drawn 24 watts. Now I'd be interested to know whether this would charge the caravan battery, so I'll flick the power switch up here. At the moment, I'll bring you a bit closer, we press this button to give us a meeting, so we're in the green. Now bear in mind, we haven't been away, last time we was Lincoln, I normally take the battery off and take it home. take it home to charge. I've got a proper leisure battery charger that maintains it and everything, but I'm going to see if this will actually charge. So I'm going to switch the fan off, so we shouldn't be drawing any other power. And inside this cupboard is our fuse box. Now this switch here is to turn the battery charger on, so let's see, and hope nothing goes bang. Well, the lights come on for the battery charger, and that is drawing 154, if you can see that. We would have 146 hours left, and I can soon tell whether it's charging it or not. If I press this gauge up here, there you go, it's bounced right across. So that battery now, the caravan battery, is being charged off that power bank, and it will charge it for 7 hours 56 minutes, so about 8 hours. You can see it's fluctuating, so you're going to get about 8 hours. So I don't even think you would need to be charging the battery for that long off there. Look at me, I'm saying that, hats all over, going all rapper again. Yeah, I don't even think you would need to be charging that, so that is fantastic. So if your battery's running low, bring that over, stick it on charge, and again, like you said, if it's a nice sunny day, stick that out, you'll soon get some charge put back into the power station. So excellent. Actually, I'm just popping back because that has now settled down. You normally do get a spike in the power draw whenever you plug anything first in, so that's settled down now to be drawing 88 watts of power for the battery charger, and 9 hours 36 minutes remaining if I was to leave that plugged in. So there you go, that's plugged in. The electric's in the caravan. I'll just put the fan on, see if we're still getting power off that just before I leave. Now I've put that on number 2. Oh, that's gorgeous, that. So the fan's working. See, that screen's just timed out, but let's see what. So 116 watts, so we're well under the 2000 which this unit's capable of. So absolutely brilliant in my eyes. Right, let's switch this off. I don't know whether I want to switch it off, to be honest. In fact, I might leave it on a minute, just blowing lovely cool air onto me. Yeah, so with the fan on and that, 7 hours 40 minutes. So that, the unit was probably on for about 10 minutes, so you can compare this now to where it was before. It's all switched off now. There you go, so it has put power into that battery, so good stuff. Right, so hopefully that's give you a little taster of some of the things you can use this power station for. So like I say, with our caravan being at storage and we're moving home, and there's no way we're going to get the caravan round to the new property. Well, if we did, you could, but it'd be a right chore. So that now is a godsend that we'll be able to come over to storage and everything. And I have got some slats and things to fix on this bed. So if I needed to bring power tools over here or anything, I'm going to be able to do that. It's just an absolute, I know people use it, but for me personally, it's an absolute game changer to know what I can do here. And obviously if you had one of these in your camper van, or you take it away in your motorhome, or even in your family tent, like I kept saying, it's brilliant. It just opens up so many more options to you, and it certainly does for us, so over the moon for it. So full disclosure, Allpowers didn't contact me. I actually reached out to Allpowers and said, you know, because it's something I've been umming and ahhing with, and I'd seen other people looking at them and reviewing them and giving them cracking reviews. So I know you've got to be a big thing on YouTube, but giving them really good reviews. So I thought, you know what, I wonder if they'd send me one for review. So I reached out to them, and within the next morning the email was there saying, yeah Mick, that's no problem, we'll send you one out. So they've kindly sent me the solar panel, which is a 200 watt one, and the power station itself. Absolutely buzzing. Now, these aren't budget, by the way. I'm not going to make out they are, but there is different ones you can buy to suit different circumstances. The smaller ones that if you just wanted them to use for on the TV overnight and everything, slightly smaller solar panels and whatnot. They've got an array of products there for you to go and have a look at. So I'll put the link below for Allpowers, and I'll put the link below for this setup that they've kindly sent me, and you can go and look at all of the specs and technical information to your heart's content on that and decide whether it's something for you. But like I say, I've only been using it for a week, but so far everything's positive about it. The only niggle I can find really is with the app, is that you have to go through that next step every single time instead of just being able to click onto it and it bring up your power station, click on that and then you're into it. In this you have to go Bluetooth, switch that on, look for scan for the thing, then it's so what I was going to mention as well, obviously if I use this and I have it plugged into the caravan like this wouldn't be inside. It'd probably be, unless we didn't have the awning up, but it would be in the awning, and then we would just use the caravan sockets as normal, and with the app we could check on it. Right, I did try to say goodbye earlier on, so I'll cut this into it, so it might go blah blah, and then all of a sudden that because the camera overheated. So yeah, like I said, I'll put everything in the description that you need to know with the links and everything to it, so you can go and have a look and decide whether it's something for you. But again, thanks to Allpowers, really appreciate you sending me this out to have a first look and a little bit of a review on it, seeing as well I've been using it for a week. Right, until the next time guys, don't forget, if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. If you found this informative, please give us a thumbs up. Right, love yous all, till next time, love yous all loads, bye. Mwah!